What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I wanna speak on the Knicks. And like a lot of people are asking, like, what's wrong with the Knicks? What's going on with the Knicks, right? And in my opinion, I just think like that window. Um, Part of what's going on is like that window and that opportunity for the Knicks to win a championship. I just thought it was narrow anyway, and I always thought it was a long shot because of like the makeup of the team. I just didn't think they they were built for regular season success, but like playoff success, I don't think so. Part of the reason why I don't think they're built for playoff success is because Jalen Brunson is a small guard, right? Um, and then with that, it as you get into the playoffs, it's just going to be so much harder for Jalen Brunson to score, and the scoring from Jalen Brunson is very important to the Knicks because he's their leader. And so by him being small and then defense is clamping down on him by as they go through the playoffs, that it's just gonna be harder. Then on top of that, sometimes Carl Anthony Towns, like his inconsistency, or he shows up, or sometimes he show up, sometimes he don't. Sometimes he look like he's interested, you know, and sometimes he look like he's disinterested. So you're not really getting the consistency from the big man that you need. He come up big in some moments, then like I said, he disappear in other moments. And don't forget, in my opinion, I just think Carl Anthony Towns is getting older, and maybe he's a little bit bored. When I watch him, he just look like he's bored with basketball. That's why he don't get up every game. You know, um, like if you see every game as a challenge, and that's why they say like superstar basketball players or superstar athletes in general. You can take Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, what's Tiger Woods. Like they look for things to motivate them, and they take everything personally, everything as a slight, and they use that to motivate them and give them energy and charge them up for the game. Whereas though somebody like Carl Anthony Towns don't have um that level of intensity, he don't do that, and so that's why you see him get bored. In some games he play, and some games he play out of his mind. Some games he don't. So I'm listening to the 520 podcast, right? And they was discussing this very thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the audio from the 520 podcast, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna react to it. And I wanna react to it and give some of my input because I think it's more to it than what they say. But I'm gonna give my opinion at that.
Couple games.
I'm saying though, like, you think he going through something outside the court? Like,
I don't really care about people's personal business.
Nah, but I'm saying, like, or is it the locker room? I think their locker room a little tainted. Niggas missing the coach. Like the vibes just ain't there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the vibes just ain't
dive
there.
in nobody personal. I'm just saying,
I mean, I know Tibbs and Cat were cool. And I know he enjoyed playing for Tibbs. Shit. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But
because them niggas seem like they ain't even gelling with each other.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like to me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Down, bro.
I mean, it's just a lot of moving pieces on that team. A lot of capable players, and sometimes it's gonna be a night, sometimes it's not. But for Cat, he's too valuable of a player to be having some of the nights that he's been having lately. And sometimes you might need to shake it up. Like,
and that Jeff T make a good point, right? Jeff Thibodeau, I think Jeff Thibodeau understood Carl Anthony Towns, right? And so when you have a coach like Jeff Thibodeau who understands him and knows how to motivate and keep Carl Anthony Towns like focused, keep him, and keep his mind in the game. Nobody really thought about that until now when Jeff Thibodeau is not around. Like Mike Coach, in my opinion, I think Mike Brown is a good coach, but he don't have that relationship with Carl Anthony Towns that Tibbs did. And it's showing because you look at you look at Karl Anthony Towns, like he just don't look like he's into it. Whereas though Thibodeau would challenge him maybe on defense. Not saying that Mike Brown is not, but for some reason, Thibodeau found ways to keep this guy engaged and keep him focused. And right now, for the Knicks, he's not that, right? And the Knicks really can't have any success without Karl Anthony Towns, being focused and in the game mentally.
I ain't saying Cat not a winner. I think he is a winner. But sometimes you want to be a part of the winning. Like you want to know you was a main part of the thing. And it don't be feeling like that with Cat. Sometimes like he like the secondary and third option sometimes.
I want to win, but I want to have 30.
Yeah, like it's really the JB show.
Yeah.
And he's more than capable.
Yeah.
More than capable.
And
But
I ain't trying to like put no rift between them or start like it's something like I know or not. I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking like the outside looking in.
Yeah,
So
and
they got a fire team for real. They got the talent.
but like you said with Tibbs last year, the stars were prioritized.
Yeah,
That's a little bit different.
Man, that's a fact.
Now Mike Brown integrated the bench and people get more. We got Jordan Clarkson come off the bench, shoot wherever he wants to. We got Tyler Kolek with the fans. Like it's like, all right, man, like let's swing it over here, dog. I'm still Cat.
I'm still the guy.
Yeah,
And now Cat's starting to be the forgotten star.
Yeah.
They like starting to look other ways, and now you start bringing that rift with the fans.
But see, all right, Karl Anthony Towns, it's always been that situation where sometimes Karl Anthony Towns feel like he's the second or the third option, right? And then he'll show up big. That's why like it is important, like for a coach like Tibbs who knew and he's seen that sometimes that Karl Anthony Towns mentally might be checking out of a game because he's not really getting the ball like he wants. So maybe he'll call a timeout and he'll go to Karl Anthony Towns, for a few times in a row, and then he'll find ways to keep him engaged. Whereas though Mike Brown it's like a learning right now. Mike Brown is more so learning Karl Anthony Towns. Where really, to be honest, like at this point in time in Karl Anthony Towns' career, you shouldn't have to do that with him. You shouldn't have to find like ways to get him engaged. But I guess it just comes with the territory. Like if you're a coach, it just come with the territory of keeping these guys engaged and keeping these guys playing at a high level, even though he's not getting the ball every time down court. You still want him to be feel like he's a part of the offense, and so. But let me get back into some more what Jeff Teague and these guys are saying about New York.
Soft, Cat this, Cat that. Yeah, and it's like, hold on now. I ain't coming for all that. Now I don't get the ball like that. I'm really like that.
Mm-hmm.
He the best player on the team, really, bro. If we really just keep him real, he the best player on the team. He need more touches, bro.
He need touches, but JB the best player.
He needs to be the best player. I'd rather have Cat my best player than
Cat,
6'1".
yeah, bro. Cat,
JB is the best on the team.
Cat is more valuable than JB.
Nah, JB the best player on the team.
He definitely should be a 1A and a 1B situation.
The whole game.
Let him go back. Let him go back with Ant. Y'all see?
Nah, I understand what you're saying.
Let him go back with Ant. Let him go back where he celebrated.
But I'm just saying.
No, niggas is forgetting.
Nah, if you watch the game, Jalen Brunson is the best player on the team.
I mean, respect, but I'm saying you Cat, nigga, we watched the game. Cat had 6-1-1. That ain't something wrong, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Either he hurt and he need to sit down, or the vibes is off, bro.
Vibes is off.
They're not, and they ain't gonna win if Jalen Brown out. But I mean Jalen Brunson out. But nigga,
they're not gonna win without Cat either.
If Cat, he's a big focal point of that team.
Well,
see, and that's the thing. Like when your number one is a guy who's only 6 feet, a little bit over 6 feet. He might be 6'1". Brunson may be 6'1". So like I said, it's just, and then you got Cat. Cat wants to be the man. He wants to be like the go-to man every time. But even when Cat was in Minnesota, he didn't play like, you had lapses. Whereas though, if he was the number one and you can go to him almost every time down the court, if he proved that he could be that, then that would be a different thing. Like if you're not utilizing him like that. But even when he was the number one with the Timberwolves, he wasn't consistent, and Tibbs had to coach him up. you know. So now you got a guy who don't need to be coached up in Brunson, but he's not as, you know, he don't have the size to be, you know, so there's a, you know, that's why I thought like the window for the New York Knicks team, like they had opportunities to go all the way. I don't know. I just like coming out of that East, I like Detroit, you know, because I think Detroit is going to be able to clamp down on, you know, come defensively. They're going to be able to clamp down. And I like Detroit's chemistry. They play at both ends. They have chemistry. Like they work together on defense and they work together on offense, and they have an understanding that Cade Cunningham is that dude, you know, like he is their leader, right? And so yeah, I like that about Detroit, but I don't see the same things in New York that I see in Detroit. I see Cat kind of falling off. You got he's losing focus, and he is an older player and losing focus. So yeah, New York is in trouble. New York is in trouble, in my opinion. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.